haven't seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am.
And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually. But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go.
Oprah, you see how she looked at Taraji and quickly looks away. And now look at Taraji, look at her legs. She locks it away from Oprah, looking up, fluttering her eyes, trying to hold back tears.
That's Oprah.
That's Oprah. Okay. Named after the Oprah, and your cat's name is?
7 months ago. We made sure, I already knew, that Diddy and Oprah is about to get arrested.
Wait a minute. Not 50 Cent jumping into the mix to back up Taraji P. Henson like a real one. The talk online is wild right now. People are saying Taraji had to turn to 50 for backup after things reportedly went left with none other than Oprah Winfrey. Word is, Oprah supposedly invited Taraji into her so-called private circle. And when Taraji said no thanks, things got messy fast. That's when everything started to shift. The drama behind the Color Purple started to make a lot more sense.
Seen a raise in my income since Proud Mary. And almost had to walk away from Color Purple. Yes, ma'am. Who said what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because you know what? If I don't take a stand, how am I making it easy for Fantasia and Danielle and Hallie and Felicia? Then why am I doing this? If it's all just for me, why are you here?
Fans noticed Taraji looked drained during that entire press run, emotional in every interview, and people were quick to point fingers. Rumors started flying that Oprah had allegedly lowballed her on pay for the film, like seriously underpaid her despite Taraji being one of the biggest names attached to the project. And the plot thickens. Turns out 50 Cent used to be cool with Oprah too. But once he realized she wasn't exactly the image she sold to the world, he fell back quick. Allegedly, she even tried to get him blackballed from certain circles. The same move fans claim she used against Taraji. 50 has never been afraid to call out what he sees as unfair treatment in Hollywood, and this time, he's not holding back either. The tension between Taraji and Oprah started bubbling way back in 2023 during the Color Purple promotions. Everyone expected Taraji to promote the movie with smiles and excitement, but nope. She came ready with receipts, calling out how she was being underpaid and disrespected despite her years in the game. She even said she hadn't seen a real pay raise since her role in Proud Mary, which dropped in 2017. Can you imagine that? To make it worse, Taraji later sat down with Gayle King, Oprah's bestie and longtime ally, and things got awkward fast. Taraji opened up about how badly the situation affected her mental health, even admitting she thought about quitting acting altogether. But instead of showing empathy, Gayle allegedly tried to downplay everything, keeping things friendly for her friend Oprah.
And I heard on the street, Taraji, you had the audacity to say you're thinking about stopping acting. We said, stop talking. Are you thinking about it?
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone.
That's when 50 Cent entered the chat loud and clear. He posted a headline about Taraji's situation on his Instagram and made it clear that he's ready to work with her himself. His caption? They dropped the ball. That's pure 50. Direct, bold, and standing by his word. When 50 Cent posted, FM Taraji, I'm ready to work, let's get it, everyone knew what time it was. That wasn't just an invitation, that was a direct shot at Oprah herself. He was basically saying, yo, Taraji, forget the fake love. I got you. Come where the respect and real money's at. And honestly, that's classic 50. Bold, messy, and completely unapologetic. It's not even surprising because 50's been throwing shade at Oprah for years. This little moment with Taraji just reignited a beef that's been simmering since way back when he was trying to shift his image from the street life to the mainstream spotlight. He once did an interview with Oprah that was supposed to be a turning point. He even brought his grandma along to meet her because she was a huge fan.
Right behind me is my grandmother's home. I came out like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, May 24th. She was bent over, actually planting flowers in the garden, and I walked over here to sit in the actual vehicle that my friend was waiting for me in, and the car pulled up on the side of us. The guy got out the passenger seat of that car, came around behind it, and shot through the actual car.
What does it feel like to be shot? Is it a physical feeling?
It doesn't hurt as much as people imagine it hurts because of your adrenaline and how the shock of what's actually going on. It hurts after.
Did you feel the first one or the ninth one?
I don't even know. I didn't know my legs were broke.
Really?
When I tried to get out the car at the hospital, both of my legs were broke. Like I broke in 3 places on this side, and then
where were you shot?
In my hands, my legs several times, like 5 times in my hands, and then in my legs, and then in my face. Yeah, so when going through that experience, when you get hurt that bad, either your fear consumes you or you become a bit insensitive.
Imagine that moment. 50 Cent trying to show a softer side, walking Oprah through his old neighborhood, hoping to bridge that gap between hip-hop and daytime TV royalty. But behind the scenes, it wasn't all smiles and hugs. Word is, Oprah wasn't even down to do the interview at first. According to 50, she didn't want anything to do with rappers like him, claiming she wasn't interested in promoting what she saw as negative influences. That rubbed 50 the wrong way. He later said Oprah didn't support hip-hop and catered mostly to older white audiences, calling her black on the outside but white inside. He even said, she was never gonna have me on her show. I knew that meant I'd made it. You can tell he felt that one deep.
So just after...
Which one was it for you?
There was a point that I was afraid.
Afraid?
Yeah, following that, actually being shot, it was like I was afraid because everybody involved in the situation was still physically available to
shoot
just
you
go
again.
to the bar too.
Yes.
Yeah, to just do it again. And then it was like, I got tired of, in the recovery process, I got tired of being afraid. Mm-hmm. And then the only way that I could, like, to cover those emotions were to be a little more aggressive.
And insensitive.
Yeah, and to be angry about the situation opposed to dealing with how I was actually feeling at that point. And
how were you actually feeling?
The physical part hurt, and there was confusion because...
Because you hurt afterwards. You don't hurt for the immediate.
Yeah, after you know you're going to be fine, it really starts hurting. You know what I mean? Like the doctor said you're good, then it's really bones aching. You feel like you got a headache in your hip, in your body, and then it's like, I know I'm going to be fine, but it hurts so bad.
Did you ever find out who did it?
Yeah, I knew who did it shortly after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are now where?
Oh, the guy who actually shot me is dead.
And because 50 can't resist a little trolling, he took his pettiness to a whole new level, naming his dog Oprah and his cat Gail. Yup, after Oprah's real-life best friend, Gail King. That's the kind of humor that only 50 can pull off. Petty but hilarious at the same time.
Oh, that's Oprah.
That's Oprah. Okay. Named after the Oprah, and your cat's name is?
But here's where it gets interesting. Oprah wasn't just catching heat from 50. Around that same time, rapper Ludacris also called her out after appearing on her show to promote his movie Crash. Instead of celebrating the film, Oprah reportedly pressed him about his lyrics and his use of the N-word, turning the interview into something way more uncomfortable than anyone expected.
Have I made it to Oprah? I've been on Oprah a long time ago. Okay, so I haven't made it back, but I was on there one time. I'll tell you. How did it go? You know what? We talking about the first time I was
the first time you
didn't see it?
No, I missed this.
You didn't hear about it?
Is this the one about the N-word? This was about the movie. I do remember. Yeah. She cut you off.
Right.
She edited out what you had to say.
Pretty much.
Okay.
That's what it came down to. That was the only time I was on Oprah.
Okay, and then
whether we get invited back or not.
Did you call her and say, why did you edit me, Oprah?
No, I didn't. But you know, we've pretty much made up since then, man. Like I've talked to her over the phone. Everything's cool. Okay. I would like to get invited back though.
Okay.
When's our show gonna be live? That's the question.
Live.
Without being, edited.
Right.
I want to go on Oprah live.
What was it that she edited out? Just for those who listening, who trying to figure out what was it?
It was a lot of it was certain comments that she had made about, I was there for a Crash for the movie.
Yeah.
And basically she said something about not agreeing with my music, but she thought I did great in the movie. And of course I was up there with the whole cast of Crash. And so I didn't necessarily feel like.
Fans felt like she was more interested in scolding than supporting black artists, and that rubbed a lot of people in hip-hop the wrong way. So when 50 came out years later defending Taraji, it wasn't random. It was personal. It's like he's been waiting for the perfect moment to clap back, and Taraji's situation gave him that chance. You seriously can't make this stuff up. Things between Oprah and the hip-hop world just kept spiraling. When Ludacris went on her show, fans later found out that Oprah's team had actually edited out parts of his answers to make him look less intelligent on TV. Like, imagine speaking your truth and then seeing it chopped up to make you look bad. Ludacris kept his cool during that taping, trying to stay professional. But the moment he sat down for another interview later, he didn't hold back. He called out the whole situation, exposing how Oprah tried to control the narrative and make him look like the problem instead of letting him speak his mind. And that wasn't even the only time Oprah found herself in hot water with entertainers. Remember when Dave Chappelle shocked the world by walking away from that $50 million Comedy Central deal and flying to Africa? When he came back, he sat down with Oprah to explain why, saying there were shady vibes behind the scenes that made him uncomfortable.
Increasingly paranoid. Would you say you were paranoid?
Sure. First of all, what is a black man without his paranoia intact? You might win $100 in a poker game and be on the subway. You're gonna look over your shoulder. They just said in everything I had $50 million. That's like making me a marked man.
So did you go to a psychiatric hospital?
In South Africa?
Yeah.
But instead of letting him speak his truth, Oprah kept cutting him off and trying to push the idea that something was wrong with him mentally. Like, imagine pouring your heart out on national TV just for the host to make it seem like you're losing your mind. That interview had people talking for years. Now, fast forward to Taraji. It's clear she never really stood a fair chance either. The pattern was already there, and Monique had been warning everyone about it for years. When Monique first came forward accusing Oprah and Tyler Perry of blackballing her, most folks thought she was exaggerating. But she wasn't. The industry turned its back on her, and her name was dragged through the mud.
What is that black dick connected to? That black man? So no, I was not blackballed. I was whiteballed. By some black who had no balls. Thank you, Mr. Lee Daniels. Thank you, Mr. Tyler Perry. Thank you, Mr. Oprah Winfrey. No, baby, I wasn't blackballed. I was by some had no balls. And see, I know they like to say, Monique, you talk to me too much. It would me not to say the real thing. It would me not to say the real thing. You are not paying me equally. You are not treating me fairly. So y'all can suck my if I had one.
But guess who stood up for her when no one else did? 50 Cent. He went straight to Instagram and posted a picture of Monique, writing, "All in favor of Monique being back on top, say, make it happen 50. Stop messing around. I went to see her stand up during Super Bowl weekend. She was incredible. Had me in a trance." That was his way of saying the queen still got it. Then 50 doubled down again, calling out Oprah and Tyler Perry directly. He wrote another post saying he expected both of them to make things right because the damage to Monique's career had gone way too far. His message was clear. Now's the time to apologize because I'm bringing her back on top, green light gang style. That man wasn't just talking, he was making a statement. 50 wasn't playing savior. He was making it clear he's not scared to call out power, no matter how big the name is. And honestly, that's exactly why the internet eats this man up. He says what everyone else is too scared to. When 50 Cent said, "I don't miss," he meant that. He might crack jokes for fun, but when it comes to keeping his word, he's solid. After defending Monique, he actually put action behind his words and cast her in season 2 of his hit series, BMF. And let's be real, Monique delivered. She took that role and made it unforgettable, proving exactly why she deserved to be back on top where she belongs. Now, when it comes to Taraji, things get a little murkier. Nobody knows for sure why Oprah allegedly treated her the way she did, but the online whispers have been loud. People are saying there might have been some behind-the-scenes pressure or influence that Taraji just wasn't vibing with.
Oprah, you see how she looked at Taraji and quickly looks away. And now look at Taraji, look at her legs. She locks it away from Oprah, looking up, fluttering her eye, trying to hold back tears. but she's trying to be professional, but she leans into Oprah. Oprah pulls away. Fake laugh. We all know that's fake. That's fine.
Allegedly, there were attempts to pull her into certain circles she wanted nothing to do with. And when she said no, things reportedly turned cold fast. But again, this is all speculation and nothing has been confirmed, so take it lightly. Still, that hasn't stopped fans from sharing their own theories online. Some think Oprah felt threatened by Taraji's growing influence, while others believe there was just too much ego in the room. Whatever it was, the energy clearly shifted because Taraji went from smiling beside Oprah on red carpets to breaking down in interviews about not being respected or valued. Social media had a field day once these stories started spreading. One fan commented, "Imagine looking up to someone for years, dreaming of working beside them only to find out they're not who you thought they were. That kind of heartbreak cuts deep." Another person chimed in saying, 50 Cent isn't damaging Oprah's image. Oprah's doing that all on her own. It's crazy how fast public opinion can turn, but one thing's for sure, the internet never forgets. And once fans start connecting the dots, it's hard to change their minds. After everything that went down, fans started digging even deeper into Oprah's history with other Black entertainers. And what they found had everyone side-eyeing her. People began pointing out how the same pattern seemed to appear over and over again, uplifting certain voices while quietly pushing others to the side once they spoke up or refused to play along. And when Taraji's story hit the timeline, that pattern became impossible to ignore. What's wild is how Hollywood always circles back to these same names, the powerful ones who control who gets seen, paid, and praised. Taraji's name trending wasn't just about her pay dispute anymore. It had become a full conversation about favoritism, manipulation, and what really happens behind the polished smiles of the entertainment industry. Fans were calling out the way big platforms act like gatekeepers, rewarding loyalty to power instead of real talent. Meanwhile, 50 Cent kept amplifying Taraji's situation. Every time someone tried to downplay her experience, he'd repost another clip or comment that reminded everyone this wasn't just gossip. It was about fairness and respect. His energy was giving, if they won't protect her, I will, and people loved that. He even hinted that he wanted to create new opportunities for underpaid Black actresses, a move that had social media hyped. Around the same time, insiders began whispering that Taraji wasn't the only one who'd quietly stepped away from certain Hollywood circles. A few industry folks allegedly started distancing themselves too, not wanting to get caught in the middle of Oprah's growing controversy. Some even claimed they noticed how quickly doors could open or close depending on who you stood beside. And that made everyone rethink their alliances real quick. Fans started comparing Oprah's influence to a chess game. One wrong move and your career could be checkmated. But now, with social media exposing everything in real time, it's harder than ever to keep those power plays hidden. Taraji speaking up didn't just spark sympathy. It cracked open a bigger discussion about who truly controls Hollywood's spotlight and who's brave enough to step out of it. So here's where it gets real. Because at this point, everyone's divided. Some people truly believe Oprah tried to pull Taraji into something deeper, something that went way beyond movie contracts and red carpets. Others think it's just Hollywood politics, the kind that quietly ruins careers while everyone else smiles for the cameras. Either way, it's wild to think that one of the most respected women in entertainment could be caught in a storm like this. Taraji's story hit different because she wasn't some new actress trying to make a name. She's a veteran. She's earned her stripes. And to see her breaking down in interviews while fighting for fair pay made people stop and question everything they thought they knew about the industry. It wasn't just about her. It became about every woman who's ever been overlooked, underpaid, or silenced in spaces that preach empowerment but practice favoritism behind closed doors. And the craziest part, this whole thing might just be the tip of the iceberg. Fans online swear there's more tea brewing, more names, more stories, and more people ready to speak up now that Taraji's courage has sparked a movement. Some even think this could lead to a massive shift in how Hollywood treats its stars when the cameras aren't rolling. But now I really want to know what you think. Do you believe Oprah actually tried to get Taraji caught up in some shady Hollywood situation? Or do you think this is just one of those exaggerated behind-the-scenes rumors? Drop your thoughts down below. I'm reading every comment. And don't forget, hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you want to stay locked in on all the latest celebrity drama. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Go ahead and click the video that's popping up on your screen right now. Trust me, it's even messier than this one. See you in the next one.